crimes. More than 300 athletes at the last Olympics who won medals under the neutral flag of Russia. More than 300 are members of Russian military sport club, CSK or whatever they refer to it. But there's no such thing as a neutral Russian. Are you against the war? Well, I'm scared to say. Well, we are scared to have you as a neighbor. Because you attack us in the middle of the night, you bomb our cities, you destroy our schools, you bomb maternity units, hospitals, you kill infants, and their first breath is their last breath in Ukraine. Only for one reason, because we want to be part of Europe. Well, there's only two parties that should have a say in it. Europe, do you want us? Yes. Ukraine, do you want to join Europe? Yes. No one else is being asked. Putin says it's unacceptable. We don't care. Putin is not our president. How many presidents did Ukraine had since 91? How many presidents and how they had in Russia? One came on a tank, one was announced when Yeltsin stepped down. They had only two presidents since 1991. Yet every single 4 years they have elections. Guess what? In 2008, when he couldn't win elections, Medvedev became a president for one term so he can rewrite constitution. They rewrite history books, they rewrite constitution, but they can't rewrite Ukrainian future. We are a free nation, we are a peaceful nation, and all we want is to stay free, and we want peace on our land. Help Ukraine, protect peace.
Help Ukraine, protect peace.
Help Ukraine, protect peace.
Help Ukraine, protect peace.
Air defense for Ukraine.
Air defense for Ukraine.
Air defense for Ukraine.
Air defense for Ukraine.
And we need that air defense for very, very simple reason. Because self-defense is no offense. Arm Ukraine.
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 And I just want to say thank you. Lots of people think that me or Pavlo or any people who pick up this microphone, we are organizers. We are not organizers. Until last summer, all my life, I was afraid of public speaking, but I'm more afraid to wake up in the world where this flag is illegal, our language is being oppressed again, and we live in USSR 2.0. But the volunteers here who organize these rallies, they do amazing things, amazing things. We collected more than 700,000 pounds. We bought vehicles for Ukrainian army. We bought generators. When they bomb Novokakhovka Dam, we buy water purification tablets. When they bomb our power stations, we buy generators. We can fix anything they break, but what we can't fix, we can't bring. We have one Christian pastor here, Eugene, Yevgen. His mom got killed in Mariupol during the bombing in 2022. Those who stand here, many of them, there's mother and daughter who usually stand on the right hand side. Their father was on the front line for a long while. We have so many people that have their loved ones on the front line. We don't want them dead. We don't want them to be killed by Russians just because we want to stay free and we want to live on our own land for free, because it's our land, and we are a sovereign country. We have our culture, we have our identity. This identity, they are trying to wipe it off. They try to pretend it didn't exist. No matter what they write in their history books, no matter what they teach, we lived that life. My grandparents and their grandparents, we know what Golodomor was. We know what Russia did, what Russians did. What they did in 1932, they do exactly the same thing like they did. When 1944, when they deported Polish people from Lviv and they brought more than 100,000 of Russians just to dilute Ukrainian nation. They call it Ukrainification. I kid you not, that was an actual term. Guess what Putin does right now as we speak in occupied regions? Russian teachers are coming, Russians are coming from different regions, and they are trying to populate the Ukrainian land. Exactly the same what Stalin did. Russians then and Russians now are the same people. The only difference is, because of the sanctions, they paid more for their iPhone than you did. Backwards nation, they think USSR can happen again. And the whole world, 26 countries, all Europe except for Hungary. You always have a Hungary in every family. There's someone like Hungary. It does not matter. Now European Union will find out how to evade their veto, and Hungary will be sorted. Because as you heard from the news now, some of the Hungarian politicians think they want to have Karpati, because Hungary thinks, you know, Hungary and other countries, they think they take advantage of the situation, and they think any conflict for them can be an opportunity to take something. Like a problem like with Belarus and those who support them. North Korea providing them rockets only for one reason, because sanctions work. And these rallies work, and the support Ukraine.London, what they do is amazing. I went a few times to Fulham. We packed, in last 23 months, we packed more than 30,000 first aid kits. Each of them costs more than £100. When we gather resources, we gather there on Fridays and we pack them. Dozens of volunteers can pack between 400 and 600 first aid kits. What volunteers do here is amazing. In last few weeks, I made a collection. I bought a drone, a tablet, and some accessories for my cousin because his unit doesn't have any drones. Whatever needs to be done, because for every soldier there should be at least 6 to 10 civilians helping them at the back. And this is why volunteering is so important. These rallies are so important. Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!
And as always, we're going to finish our peaceful war rally with our beautiful Ukrainian anthem. Thank you.